being at 5'6", having to like prove that you belong in certain spaces, did you ever feel, that chip on your shoulder that you had something to prove, or did people recognize, your skill and what you brought to the table off the bat?
Early on, it wasn't working in my career. Funny enough, as big as I did get, it wasn't working. I talked to my dad. I was like, I think I'm gonna quit.
This is the original real life Isaiah Bradley here, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lavatory Podcast. It's the podcast about anything and everything, because no matter who you are, what you do, somewhere, somehow, at some point in the day, you're going to find yourself in the bathroom. So I like to use this as the connecting force to meet new individuals and just kind of reach understanding. So I have a special guest today. I got the one and only Anthony, aka Eyes on Height. Now, if you guys don't know who Anthony is by some chance, here's a little clip to show you who we're dealing with today. Now, Anthony, I don't even know where to begin, because some would say that you are a freak of nature. Have you heard some of these terms that, you're the missing super soldier from the CIA, from the government, because of what abilities you have?
I think I've heard it once. I go to a lot of comic conventions, by the way. So people be asking about me, be like, my dad is a comic artist, so he'll be like, how's he? Like, yeah, people always ask about you. Like, how's your son doing? Is he playing basketball still? Stuff like that. So yes, I'm probably missing, super soldier.
Yes, this is the original real life Isaiah Bradley here, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Anthony, let's start from the beginning of like your career and kind of how you found yourself in this position. Growing up, did you always play basketball? Did you play other sports? How did you first get introduced to basketball?
Well, I played other sports because I was actually primarily a football player. But I did, Dad has nothing to do with basketball. Ask about some martial arts, though. Yeah. Martial arts and baseball. Got you. Basketball, he's like, I do know stuff, but it's not me. But he did teach me how to shoot. From there, did my own thing. And then at some point, I was like, I play football. I don't play basketball. But about high school, I went to a non-football high school. So I just played basketball most of the time. A late bloomer, but I was always athletic. Before I got my first dunk, middle school, was like 6th grade, 11, 12 years old. Yeah, yes. I could dunk as early as 11.
So where did that come from, this immense jumping ability? Like, that was just something you were born with, or did it kind of build up over the time playing these other sports?
I just had it. My dad is athletic. Grandpa's is, I was lucky enough that both sides of my family just happened to be really athletic. So when I was born, I just happened to be really athletic. Like, my dad in his prime probably had 40-inch vertical. I just so happened to go to 50. So 40 is hey, there's people in NBA who don't even have 40.
Right.
So it's like, my pops isn't much taller than me, 5'7", 5'8". And he's like, yeah, I used to just, the way my dad tells stories, he'd be like, yeah, son, you see that fence over there? I'll just walk up to it and jump over it. And I'd be like, why? He'd be like, I could do it. And that's the conversation. And I'd be like, so you just jumping over fences? Yep.
Dang. And so it sounds like it wasn't even really a challenge for you to make it onto the basketball team at your school, make, junior varsity.
Didn't even play high school basketball.
Oh, what basketball were you talking? Oh, just regular.
Bro, I just play regular, and I go to
during lunchtime type basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I didn't go to my first basketball camp till high school. I'm a late bloomer. I didn't have a jumper till I was a sophomore. The handles didn't come definitely until later. I was stereotypical football gym dude. You want to rebound? You want me to run?
Dang.
That's it. That's all I can do.
That is really shocking because for those that don't know, like you actually make money with basketball content in the basketball world, in the basketball space. So it's like it's crazy to hear that somebody with your ability at your height, because you're officially
5'6".
5'6", officially 5'6", with a 50-inch vertical. Like that's insane that you weren't just like straight out the womb, like dribbling a basketball and committed solely to basketball. It's really shocking.
No,
to
I
hear.
genuinely come from. Not saying we don't have basketball players. I do have cousins who played in NBA, overseas, stuff like that. But those are cousins you know I don't see all the time. I would say I come from like a baseball family. Dad is baseball. Mom plays softball. Uh, Stepmom's was a track runner. My grandma loved baseball. Like I come from like baseball.
Damn.
Right. And then my grandpa was football. So there's like you get the little oddities, but like my immediate people, baseball.
And so for you, where would you say that your biggest passion kind of, or where your heart lies in which sport? Like, are you actually in love with basketball, or are you more leaning towards like wanting to be like a baseball dad if you ever have? Because you don't have any kids, right?
No,
Yeah.
no
If you were
kids,
to
no
ever
kids.
go down the route, would you find yourself being more like a baseball dad or like a basketball dad?
I don't know because I didn't have to pick a sport because like I've played soccer, I did play baseball, played football. Grandpa taught me how to play tennis. Like they were like, go do it. So like if my kid like I know my kid is probably gonna be athletic. My girlfriend plays volleyball, has also played basketball. So it's gonna be another, he may not jump as high, he'll have some weird athletic ability. But like if he wants to whatever he's going to do or she is going to do, be like, go do it. Like I was told the same thing, go do it.
Okay. And so coming out of like high school into like college and more into your adult years, how did basketball then translate from there? Because you had mentioned a camp that you had went to a camp.
Yeah, so I'm going to camps in high school. I want to mention our OG Los because I've actually known Los since I was 14. So Los was my camp instructor.
Got you.
So I've known him for years. Which is funny. He used to be on my head because he'd be like, I'd be the last person to finish like a driller thing because I'm not trying to go too hard. And it was a mixed camp. So like we had like people who were like beginners and then we had people who's like, hey, we play like varsity basketball, right? Me, I'm just going to the camp. I don't really do either. I don't play varsity basketball, but I'm more advanced than like a recess brand new guy. Like I know what I'm doing. Los would be like, bro, why was you the last person in the drills? He'd be like, why are you here shooting free throws with me? I'm like, cause if I beat the new guy, he not gonna want to play basketball. But if I beat the varsity dude, I'm gonna have to play again. And Lo started laughing at me. He was like, you kind of smart. And I was like, see? I was like, if I'm the last person in the drills, usually y'all give me extra food to bring home because we actually got to stay at the dorms at our camp. So I was like, you give me extra food so I get to bring food back. And I get to shoot my little free throws. I go back by myself and I got to deal with nobody. I was like, it's perfect.
Man, okay, so you were really trying to be under the radar, which I would say is still true to who you are today.
Yep.
But I have seen you get heated in certain moments. So it's like, what are some of those buttons that that kind of trigger you and like getting more activated and being competitive? Because it sounds like you don't have, from what you're presenting so far, it sounds like you don't have like a competitive drive, but I have seen it. So where does that kind of play into it?
I don't have a competitive drive, but like, don't talk crazy. Like, leave me alone. I'm one of those people. If you cool, I'm cool. Like, if we joking and stuff like that, I'm gonna be funny. I'm gonna miss my little shots or whatever. But like if you get a good bucket, I'll be like, oh, a tough bucket. Don't talk to me crazy after the tough bucket, because then I'm gonna be like, oh, you think you're good, huh? Let me really show you what it looked like. And from there, either that's gonna be your last bucket, or I'm just gonna win a game. And from there, it's the focus, right? If I'm focused on something, and then I start talking crazy. I talk like Dev. I'm gonna talk to you like Dev. I'm gonna be focused, and then I'm gonna be like, "There's nothing you can do to stop me." And once I'm there, I'm turned up for the rest of the day. And I'm like, "Please let me be cool," because then I go home, I'll be mad, and I'll be like, and now I'm hot for the rest of the night.
Yeah, yeah, it's not worth it. Not worth your peace.
No.
Now, you didn't have any of that kind of like animosity of like, especially when it comes to the youth camps and stuff like that, having people want to prove and make a name for themselves and just try to go out whoever they think is the best, or did you really do that good of a job of like slipping through?
I was still good at that, but there's more competitive, like, because I'm also one of those people, like, I don't like people who like flail. Like, it's basketball. You're going to get hit. Somebody, you might get hit, somebody, you might be in the wrong place, right? But like camps, I wanted to go to college. I didn't know how I was going to college. I'm from Inglewood, California, young parents. I don't know if I'm going to college or not. So sports is the way. Obviously, there's academics, but sports was like, I know I can play sports. So like when I would go to camp, so like Scout Focus, since we're out here, Scout Focus in Corona. I would go to those camps. Like my first year, like my freshman year, I was ranked after the camp they rank you. I was ranked 151. My second year, I was ranked 51. So like there's when it matters, I'm gonna be competitive. I'm gonna be like, I know what I'm playing for. That's why I'm here. But if it's like low risk and I'm like, I really don't want to get hurt, I don't care. It's hard for me to be like, I'd pass.
Got you. Yeah, that's fair. Now, did you ever have like a chip on your shoulder growing up when it came to any of the sports, especially with like football? Um, you know, being at 5'6", having to like prove that you belong in certain spaces. Did you ever feel, that chip on your shoulder that you had something to prove, or did people recognize, your skill and what you brought to the table off the bat?
I was so athletically gifted at a young age. It's hard not to stand out, and I'm somebody who wants to be under the radar. So we had like a middle school team. I led in touchdowns, I led in receiving yards, I led in catches, and I led in interceptions. So I led in 4 different categories, and I didn't play like half of the season because of grades. And I still led in those categories. So I played the beginning and the championship and led in 4 categories. I was like, you get to, and I'm playing like I got middle school and I was short.
Yeah, people can fact check this on
It should be able.
What is it called? The sports website for like high schoolers. I forget.
This is middle school, so I don't know if they track middle school. And we played in I went to it wasn't LAUSD. Could you be able to track that? I went to like a private little thing. And I mean, those stats is, I don't know how old, man, 10 plus. So, but like I was good, and I was like, oh yeah, I could go play some football. I'll be all right. That did not happen.
Yeah. And did you find yourself going to college after graduating, and kind of what did you feel like you actually wanted to do before you started making money with basketball? Like, did you go to college? Did you study anything?
I went to college for music.
Wow.
I just completely out the way, isn't it? I went to college for music. I went to college for music. I thought I was going to be, I had a friend group. We thought we were going to be the next Odd Future. It's funny because it's like Odd Future's from, all over LA, right? We're from all over LA, and if you know LA, there's a school called VAPA, Miguel Contreras Associated Arts. So Doja Cat went there, another rapper, but like they went to school there. I went to the neighboring school. So we were like, obviously, like it's music, right? That's the
Very
thing.
interconnected.
And it's like, I don't, didn't do, I don't want to say I didn't do anything with music, but like I got out of college, still went to school for music, but I was like, let me start posting on Instagram. Because at first I went from posting music on my Instagram to posting dunks. And from there, yeah, it just kind of changed.
Okay. And so diving into that aspect of your career, that switch from posting music content to like your more athletic content, that's what really took you off into considering a different career path, let's say.
Yeah, I still wanted, like, I did find I just love sports. I really found the love for basketball, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make it overseas or something like that. Opportunity did come, I wasn't able to take it. So I was like, all right, well, what else can I do? I'll just, spend your time at school. And then I was like, I guess early, I'll say 17 is when did my first video on Dunkademics. So I was 17, fresh out of fresh out of college, fresh out of high school, not even college. I wasn't even 18. Like my first video came out, I think, literally after my 17th birthday.
Wow.
So it was like November something, But I was like fresh 17-year-old, fresh out of high school, did my first video. Didn't do another video for 3 years. I was in college and you can't get paid. After that, like that first year of COVID.
Oh, okay.
That
wow.
first year of COVID, I was 20. Dunkademics asked me to do another video. Obviously, by this time, I got an extra 3 years of jumping. So I'm jumping high. I mean, I'm jumping pretty high 17 anyway, but like I'm jumping pretty high at 20. Got
even
more
higher.
Dunks. I got more dunks I could do, things like that. And I was like, I'm going to do what I do the best I can. I thought I even at one point, like it wasn't working in my career. Funny enough, as big as I did get, it wasn't working. I talked to my dad. I was like, I think I'm gonna quit because I wasn't really making any money. I stopped working because I'm traveling, wasn't making any money, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna go back to doing a 9 to 5.
Oh wow.
And my pops was like, hey, if this is, I had like a dunk show or something. If this is your last show, make it good. Like if this is really your last, go out with a bang. And I was like, all right, I'm go out with a bang. I was trying everything, stuff like that. And that one moment, for me, it changed everything because that's when I was like, oh, I'm getting to the cheddar.
Got you. So it sounds like, your dad played a big role in different points of your life. Would you say that you're really close with your dad and can you describe your dad and some of the attributes that you really admire?
My dad is me, but older. Like we're the same. But it was, for me, it was watching it. Like my parents were 24 when they had me. My dad wanted to work for Marvel, comic artist. So watching him trying to break in, like he would work a job in the morning. And then he, if he had 2 jobs, he worked both his jobs and then draw at night. So he'd be up, 12 in the morning, 3 drawing comics. And then he broke in, I want to say at 30, which is young for, Marvel artists. So he broke in at 30. And just watching that, it was like, if you're going to do it, do it. And if you are, also know that you can do it. It, doesn't matter on the time, just know that you can do it. So just watching that, I was like, all right, I can do it.
Man, so so far I haven't heard any, signs of like discouragement or like doubt in like your upbringing. Was there ever a moment besides when you felt like you were gonna quit that like you felt discouraged from even trying like a new thing or trying to pursue, your basketball career any further?
Yeah, like my mom doesn't. I won't say doesn't like basketball because that's rude to her. But she didn't get it. But she's also very educated herself. So she was like, education is the thing. But I also will say she did try to get me into college a different way, which is it led me to play golf. She was like, they don't give out golf scholarships to people like us. If you get really good, and I played golf for like 4 years. It's the randomest thing, but I played golf for 4 years,
Hey, golf is very technical. I still can't.
and
I
I'm
can't do it.
I'm pretty good at golf. I had my own club, the gloves. I was nice at golf, but it wasn't like my mom paid for the camps and things like that. So like I can't say she was against it. At the same time, it was like I don't know if this is a thing for you.
Mhm.
So there's discouragement, but it was like I'm not gonna tell you no. Like I am going to let you do it, but I do want you to know I don't know about this.
Right. And so, can you talk more about that first interaction with Dunkademics? Because for those that don't know, that's like another YouTube channel I remember seeing
It was
where they kind of post,
Dunkademics, Hoop Mixtape, Ball is Life.
and they all just reached out to you based on like the content you were posting on your own page. Like, how did you make those connections with those
And
entities?
so Dunkademics is the easiest. He reached out early Instagram, and he was like, "Hey, you wanna come to a dunk session? Film whatever." Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but yeah. I took the bus. It wasn't too far. It's L.A. So I just took the bus, went there. He paid for me to get in. Did first session ever, and it's weird. Like you get in a room and you see the people. Like I saw my first session was with Chris Staples.
Oh wow,
So
big name.
it's weird because I was like, bro, I'll watch you on YouTube. Like, and I wasn't like I wasn't fanned out, but I kind of was. But it was also weird to he was looking at me crazy. It was kind of like, what are you, huh? Like, and he was like, where'd you find him? So it's kind of that way with my peers where it's like, yeah, nah, he's different, and I'm like, I think y'all are different, 'Cause I think I also my next session that never came out, but I think I did one with uh, Jonathan Clark,
Mhm.
which I to this day I have not forgotten that session because he was, especially since he was younger, that's somebody who's different. But I'll never forget Ball is Life. Ball is Life is also pretty easy because I was someplace and I just accidentally met the owner.
Of course, of course.
Just random somebody walked up to me and I was like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Oh yeah, no, owner Ball's Life." It's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah, you want to come do the first East versus West game, do a dunk comp?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, cool." I'm like, "Yeah," and the next thing I know, Ball is Life.
Of course.
And just
Casual.
just there.
Very nonchalant. And so kind of talk about how, you started to build a repertoire with these people and these companies, and then the money starting to come in. Like, what was it like getting that first like big check and that big cut for what you do?
Don't ask me about that first big check. 'Cause they gave me. I'm 27, going on 28. I got my first big check, and I'm talking like, 4 digit. I was like 21, 22. You could imagine what I did with that kind of money. And it's no longer with us. Let's just say that. But yeah, my first big check, I was like, I actually still have I made a copy of it. So I still have it. I have it framed in my room. But I had my first ball is life check frame too. So I actually have a couple checks. So I have my first big check, my ball is life check, and my first Disney check. So I have those three. But yeah, now that money is gone, bro. That money is gone.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself with
I
your
did. That was amazing.
your hard effort. You said you had a Disney check. Can you talk about more about like what you did for Disney and how that got set up?
So now that's a great story. And I've told people like at the gym, but I haven't put it on the podcast yet.
Also, do you have any like legal
No, it's
restrictions
no,
on anything?
nope.
Okay, so nothing's off the table.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing is off the table. So it was White Man Can't Jump To with Jack Harlow and black guy.
Right.
So great story. So somebody had told me about like I don't know if I did a dunk session or something, but I stayed up too late. I was playing 2K. I stayed up till like 3 a.m. So somebody had told me to come to this audition. If you know where we are, I went from here to it starts with a W. It's far. It's all the way past Burbank.
No, not West Hollywood.
Not West Hollywood, even further.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I went far. Yeah, I went to the other side of the valley.
No, I don't know anything past Simi Valley.
I went a little further than that.
I don't know.
Yeah, see, I was far. It took me like 2.5 to get there, and that's like clear traffic. So it was on an audition. I didn't know what for. Or like, hey, pull up at like 7 a.m. Blah blah blah.
Wait, so you left from after 2K at 3 a.m. and drove straight to?
I got a little bit of sleep and it woke up and was like, and I'll be honest, I set my alarm. You know, when you sit there and you look at your alarm, and you be like, I really don't want to go. I sat there a good 20 minutes and I was awake. Didn't even go back to sleep. I was awake just looking at it and we're just sliding over the thing for snooze. I was just watching the time, and I was like, fuck it, I'll go. Come on. Got up 2.5 hours. I'm tired. I'm looking. There's been a bunch of people because it's a genuine casting thing. So we're set in groups. So the dude who told me there, he was trying out to try out, but he's usually the guy who tells you about the jobs, right? Like he's connected like that. He tells me, hey bro, it's gonna be like 5 minutes. You're gonna literally 5-10 minute drill. He's like, hey, you're gonna do a cone thing, you're gonna do a tween, whatever, and finish between the side and finish whatever, right? Cool. I dribble stuff. I'm cool, right? He said, hey, when they tell you to go for a layup, dunk that, show out. He's like, show out. I like, in my, physically, I'm like, I don't want to. I really just want to take the layup.
Right, because you're running off fumes.
And he's like, hey, nah. He said, give him some. Just because it's you. It's you and you hooked me up before, I got you. So Nelson Chan was there. And I was like, oh, this is legit. I'm like, okay. So we get to my team. I think it's 7-8 of us, maybe more. And it's like a one thing, you go like high school drill, right? One go, finish, one go. So I did a little tween, right? First one, I'm chilling, regular tween. Get to the rim. I'm like, I'm going. So I'm right side going left to the basket. I'm like, what can I do? I got a reverse pump. Boop, boop, dunk. I was like, I got it. In my head, that's the first dunk I thought of. I can do this and make it.
Right. So
I was like, I can do this and make it easy. Boop, boop, quick. It was like, oh, everybody's like, of course, my OG who got me here, he's like, yeah, I knew you could do that. So then they make us to the other side. I'm like, what else can I do? I think I did a windmill, did a 360 going back the other way. I was just like, all right, here's my 4 dunks. These are my 4 dunks. I'm done.
Okay, so you did like four
Like 4
passes,
dunks.
two on each side.
And I was like, and then they had us do something else, right? Like a 3-on-3 kind of thing. I was like, what can I do? And it was weird too. It was like 3-on-1, and I'm like, they're like, yeah, just let them score, do whatever, right?
And you still don't know what you're applying for, like what you're auditioning for.
So I'm like, essentially, I told the guys, I was like, don't even know these people. If he goes my way, throw it up anyway. I was like, if he jumps, he gets dunked on. If he doesn't jump, I jump over him. He has a choice to make. So the first one, they was selfish, I done did all these dunks, so they probably like, I ain't got no shot, so let me not do nothing. First couple, I ain't get the ball. That's fine. I'm tired anyway. That last one though, I was like, he threw it, bad lob. I was like, I go windmill this real quick. Caught it, windmilled it. Thing's over. Cool. The lady walks right up to me. Hey, what's your number? On the spot, everybody's still there. All these people still there. On the spot, what's your number? Gave her my number. I do some other dunks because if you're OG and one fan, what's his name? I know his real name. I don't want to say it, but this is one of the OG street ball. Love him to death. He was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna throw you a bunch of lobs. Go catch them. It's like free time, catching everything." He told me to stay. 'Cause this is an extended version. He told me to stay. Ended up on an episode of Basketball Wives.
Okay, wow. So everybody had already left at this point, and
they were setting up for something else. He was like,
Gotcha.
"Hey, bro, just stay." It's like 12. I want to go home. Tired. Turned into an episode of Basketball Wives, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Now I'm in a dunk contest. Yep, a dunk contest I did not prepare for. I done dunked already. I mean, legs is warm, but I'm not. Then I did my first dunk, dumped over somebody, did a windmill. On the one dunk, they was like, "Hey, bro, here's a jersey. You in the All-Star game now." And both of the coaches for the All-Star game was like, no, give him blue, give him the red. I was like, just give me a jersey. Like, I'm not about to play anyway. I did play, but like, I don't want to play anyway. So next thing I know, it was an All-Star game. I did a dunk contest, and then I got casted for White Man Can't Jump, all in the same day.
all in the same day, off 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
How long was the drive back? Because I know you hadn't been hurting on the way back.
I don't even know. I might have stayed at the homie house. I might have drove to LA and been like, "Hey, bro, please." So I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't even remember if I drove home or not. So it was a long day.
Damn. Well, hey, there you go. That's the funny thing about like production is like you got to make the most out of your day. So yeah, you're gonna be double booking schedules and blocking off. Like, okay, we're gonna be working on this project at this time. Well, that's tearing down and setting up. We're gonna be shooting this one shot for this angle. So that's hilarious that you got yourself caught up in that
Got caught up in 3 different things.
in that windstorm of basketball. And so from there, like, did you ever get yourself like an agent? Like, how did you start managing, like making these connections and figuring out like the legal stuff? Or did you just kind of like self-manage yourself?
Self-managed. I did get an agent. That's a saga in its own. That didn't work out quite well. Then I got another agent, like an official agent. I lost a shoe commercial because my foot is too big.
Damn.
Just for the people out there, because I've already said it publicly anyway, if you wear a size 9, you're good. If you wear a size 11 like me, no, you'll never get a shoe commercial, ever. I learned that the hard way. And it was ended up being a horrible shoe anyway, but it was for the Trae Young 2s, for when he was with Adidas.
Oh, yeah.
And I own 2 pairs. So, but no. that also a commercial that never aired, but I can talk about it anyway. I was supposed to do a Christmas commercial with LeBron with Sprite.
Oh, the cranberry fizz one. The one
Yeah, but
that
that ended up not being the
the one
one
storyline.
that because it was somebody else. Another one of my buddies got the thing.
Mm.
That was cool because I was in a room full of people again. It wasn't a lot of people, but it was got private gym stuff like that. I was in there with him, and I was like, I wonder why I'm not going. Probably cleared everybody out just for me. Like, told everybody leave, gave me my own session for like 30 minutes.
Damn.
And I was like, so is this what it's like to be like the guy? 'Cause I was like, not bad.
And how old were you at this point? Like, from when you got that deal with White Man Can't Jump, and you did this unaired commercial.
So Sprite was first, because Sprite probably like 22, 23. White Man Can't Jump, definitely older. I was probably like 25 by then. Trying to think, because I did Open Space Jam. That was fun. Got to meet one of my favorite people.
Oh, I'm sorry. Back up. You said you did what?
So they had
You were in Space Jam too.
I was a part of it. So I opened. So you know how they do the LA Live events?
Mm-hmm.
I did the whole LA Live event. Rolled my ankle. I had to do 3 days. So I had to do 3 days back to back of just jumping, dunking, jumping, hoop, like 3 days back to back. So first day was fun because literally I got to hang out with everybody I know. It was like Friday. Friday is usually I expect to be dead, right? Saturday was fun. I'm mad because I think that was the day I rolled my ankle, and I still had to do Sunday. But Saturday was fun. I met John Legend.
Damn.
Rose off the double cup. Just
Got you.
had the red dolo in hand on court.
He's a legend for a reason.
He is a legend for a reason. And he dapped me up. He was like, bro, you got hops. I was like, I appreciate you. You know, I was like, got to meet John Legend. He was like, you got bounce. Went on about my day. And then I rolled my ankle. I had to finish the show. Sunday, it was the little, if you know the Walmart basketball courts, the thing is super close. It was those. It wasn't even like so I landed, tried to jump over. I was jumped over somebody who did a headstand. It was, breakdancing, and then somebody else holding the basketball. And I overshot. And I foot clipped the thing. And then rolled my ankle. I had to finish the show. Which is funny. I ended the show on an under both, and it was the first time I've ever hit that dunk. 2, I was hurt. And if I'm hurt, I'm mad, and if I'm mad, I'm focused on something else. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I can do it. Did it. And I didn't do it for like months after that. But yeah, opened that, and then we got to see the premiere of Space Jam 2. And I'm just saying, Zendaya was right there. Right there, right in front. I was right in front. But that's the most important part. Zendaya was there. Right. That was the most important part. It was good times.
Damn. So with rolling your ankle, did you have any other like injuries or setbacks that kind of like gave you anxiety about like, oh man, this might be over? I got this, or this was going on, is delaying me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get another project or contract coming through. Did you have any like injury scares that really had you concerned?
Once my shins went out, I was like, oh, I don't know if I didn't have any bounce. And that obviously didn't happen until past 2 years. Which it was freak accident because I thought it was something else. And I was jumping fine, and then it turned into something worse. But I've been, especially early on, I'm healthy. I work through anything. And like a rolled ankle, because I've only rolled my ankle twice ever. And that's literally one of the times. I stay pretty healthy. Like my knee, I don't have no knee problem, none of that. Like if it weren't for my shins, I could pretty much I could just go. Mm-hmm. But no, I will work through anything. I would hand, broken finger, I'll be there.
So what happened with your shins?
I guess I caught a regular dunk, came down. I was like, my leg hurts. I just started limping. Uh, Young, so we're stupid. I was like, I'll be cool for like a week. I'm not gonna jump. I feel good. I'm gonna go do whatever. And I guess that slowly progressed into a fracture,
Oh wow.
and I didn't realize it. And then from there, I was compensating with the other leg, and obviously that got fractured because you're trying to make up for, I'm trying to make up for all the bounce. And then they was done after that.
And so did you have to do like any like rehab and like did that change how you approach like exercising when it comes to maintenance on keeping your athletic ability?
Yeah, I started. That's when I really started lifting. Because before I wasn't lifting. I go out and jump. But now I'm like I go lift. I do I guess the older things to maintain. So now like the lift, I got a program I follow.
Is it the Kador Ziani program?
Nope, I do not. I got my own program.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Let's talk about that. Sorry, Kador. Your program's good too.
So Bounce Academy is my thing. It's me, Ambrose, and then Tyler. Tyler was at the Olympics, so we certified. Just letting you know. So yeah, Bounce Academy help you get your bounce right. You got injuries. We also, do rehab. Like we incorporate the rehab into progressing your vertical. So there will be days where it's like this is just like you got a back problem specifically for that. They help me with my shin, so something specifically for that. And then we work on, bounce stuff like that. Bounce Academy is great. We got like 20 people. So we group chat, so you get to talk to everybody also. Like it's good people.
Okay, so you've been following that program to ensure that you can still do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with all that said, now like where are you at with your career, and what are some of like the goals you're looking to accomplish? Because it's really crazy to hear somebody make money from doing basketball content that's not in the NBA, that didn't play like college ball. Statistically speaking, has like the height disadvantage for like what's considered like a ideal candidate for
Yep.
The basketball world, and yet you still overcame all that and found like a lane in which you can make money. So like where are you at now in like your career, and what are you pursuing?
Bounce Academy is the big thing, hoping it gets funding, because then we could do all the advertising. Like we could really do stuff, and it hasn't even been around a year, and we've already had 20 people we work with. As I've been telling people, once I hit 30, I'm done. That's it. I don't duck no more. So you got 2 years. No one dunk. I don't. No offense to Chris, I don't want to be damn near 40 dunking.
Is it because of like the maintenance it would take to keep that, or is it just like you want to move on to the next aspect of your life?
I want to do something else. I don't do well with like stagnation. I'm always doing something. It's not just basketball. Like I still do music to this day. I coach now. I coach middle school boys. I train, at a facility in Temecula, Empire Sports Academy. I do yes, I do sports things, but I do other things inside sports. So yeah, I don't want to dunk no more.
That's really crazy to hear, because I know for a lot of people, myself included, if I could dunk, I would dunk for as long as I possibly could, because I've never been able to dunk. The closest I've ever gotten is like be able to like grab the rim with one hand, and that's with like a 30-mile head start.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Because I was like kind of like a runner during 2020, and that's actually, I don't know if even remember these times, but that's kind of like when I had first seen you without knowing who you were, because we used to play at Spirit Park together. I don't know if you remember those days when people would kind of pull up
Oh,
to,
during COVID, yep.
yeah, doing that park over there, like during the COVID time, I mean, everybody was like outside. And I think this was like around like November or December of like 2020, 2021. Like, yeah, like January, from like January all the way up until like, I think summertime of like the COVID time. And I remember because you had longer hair back then.
I had the
you know,
locks.
you had the locks. And I remember seeing you play at the park and just, I mean, taking over everything. And I was like, yo, who is this? Who is this jackrabbit just jumping around, bouncing all over the place? And just, to me, it literally looked like such a phenomenon. So I remember even then I was like, dude, I'm so envious of this little guy who can freaking grab the freaking top of the backboard. So it's so funny to hear that like you're so willing to depart from it, and in the sense that like it doesn't own you. Dunking doesn't own you. It's not your identity. And I feel like a lot of athletic people have troubles finding their identity when it comes to separating themselves from like the sport. Like where do you feel like your identity lies, and how do you kind of find your true self?
One, it takes a lot of time, which again, because all my parents were so open to me doing whatever, like anything, you get a lot of time to kind of sit with yourself, you know? And for me, I got into dunking because it was my way to be close to basketball. Obviously, once the money started rolling in, I was like, oh, this could actually be my job. Then I got hurt, and I was like, people were like, are you going to come back? I was like, I'm kind of cool with not coming back. So I've been cool with it for a while. Or like, I don't really want to come back. I'm okay. And they're like, why? I was like, because what do you want me to do? Where it's like, I jumped 50.5 inches, right? I'm one of the few people in the world who's had who's been in the air like a full second, because that's not a thing. Like people have been close, but like I've actually hit a little over a second. What more is there for me to do? And that's when I'm like, I mean, I could do more dunks, but I'm like, I'm not a dunk creator guy. I could just do the dunk. I'm like, that's somebody else's job. But like, I maxed out in jumping. I got the second flight time. Like I do all these things. Am I supposed to like beat it? Because so far, outside of one person who hit 51, which is like it's a 0.5 difference. What am I supposed to do? Like other people haven't beat me. Most people are like a lot of people all in that same boat, that same category. Nobody's moving. What do you want me to do? And from there, I was like, I do other things anyway. So I'm not even thinking about dunking. So when I got there, I was like, I'm good. I could retire anytime I want to. And people still offer me brand deals. So it's not like anything has stopped. So it's like, I don't care, you know? Like I'm very I don't care.
Yeah, I can see that. I hope you guys see that too, because I feel like a lot of those type of online personalities, especially within like the basketball community, like it's so hard to depart or kill your ego when it comes to being known for something, and then like that's what got you to the position that you wanted to be in, and then to rationalize or come to terms with life outside of that or life after basketball, I think is really challenging. But like you said, like because you had already had so many different interests and different projects and things you were already working on and had your hands in, I mean, yeah, when you put it like that, it seems very easy to just move on to the next thing instead of like, no, like this is literally all I have. This is, you know, from like what I had at birth, I only focus on this growing up, and then like this is everything, but it's not everything for you.
But people also like, I have the funniest exchanges with people, especially like the kids at the gym. They think I'm a dick. Like, bro, like they'll be like, bro, I seen you. Like, one, I had an old moment because somebody was like, bro, I used to watch you on YouTube in middle school, and I was like, don't say that to me. Please don't say that to me. And I was like, yo, I was like, when were you in middle school? Oh, like a year or two ago, bro. I was like, I'm damn near 30. And I was like, that's right, I am damn near 30. But, they think I'm a dick because they see the online and they're like, bro, he's probably not going to talk to me or something like that. And I've had like the people we're friends with now where they're like, bro, I thought you were like not cool. Like, I was like, bro, my online presence is literally the same as what I do here. I post, I disappear, and then I post again. I'll be at the gym just trying to hoop, and they be like, bro, that's bro, like you're cool. And I'm like, yes, did you expect me to be like, nah, you gotta pay me whatever to come? Like, did you expect that for me? They're like, yeah, kinda. I was like, bro,
Yeah. Do you know are there some of them like that, like from your time traveling and doing some of those events where some people are like, they only show up because they got paid to, like they're only paid to play?
there's some people like that, yeah. It just one, and for business, this is some business advice. It all depends on who invites you. Cause sometimes I'm like cool, and I do it too. Sometimes, depending on who invites me, bro, you ain't even gotta give me no money. I'm just happy to be here. Other times, I'm like, yeah, I want a bag. I want the bag. Like, give me the bag for real. But it all depends on who invites you.
Okay. Do you have any funny stories about some of like the players? Because I'm curious, like, um, have you ever played with like White Iverson? Because I remember he like did like a pop up at Spirit Park, and I missed that one. I really wanted to participate with that one.
I didn't do that one. I did it when he first got on, when like early ball his life. Uh, I do have a bunch of funny stories, not probably about White Iverson. Don't have many interactions with him, but dunking funny stories. Oh, I got a bunch of them. Um, which is leads into my most popular video, which everybody knows me from, the Bell at Venice. Um,
65 million views, by the way. Last time I checked.
it's so, put it like this. It is so popular. My sixth graders figured out who I was. They were like, "Yo, are you the guy who touched the bell at Venice?" And there's like a little group of them, and I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And they were like, "You're our coach?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm your assistant coach, yes." And they were like, "Bro, so every day, every dunk, can you dunk?" I'd be like, "Bro, it's hot." It's hot. I'm not dunking. I'm not dunking outside. But so I have a bunch of Venice stories. There's we had a gentleman's agreement, which was a different Venice day. It was me, name all people's favorite dunkers. Me, 1 Foot God, Isaiah Rivera, CJ Champion. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Obviously me, and I'm missing somebody else. So we said, hey, no double ups. If you double ups when somebody holds the ball like this and you jump over 'em. Hey, no double ups. For whatever reason, I always go first every dunk competition. Don't get it. I go first. I think 1 Foot God went. It's Rivera's turn. Does a double up. Comes back to the little circle. Laughing. I'm like, bruh. Really? He ends up getting out anyway, like I think next round. But it was just like, bruh. Really? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. And then Venice, similar people. I think CJ, we replaced CJ with T Curry.
Yeah, what's the deal with Venice? Like, I feel like that's always is it just because of the traffic and kind
So
of
Venice, a kind of a dunker conversation, but I won't go into like the whole dunker thing. I don't say anybody with everybody. If you hoop, you go through Venice at some point in your career. Uh, dunker street, like you're going to go through Venice at some point. And they will also find you. So like even if you live, yes, if you live in like New York, you could live in Massachusetts for all I care. They will find you if you're, making waves or you're just different on your online presence. They'll be like, hey, we'll fly you out. They will do it. But everybody passes through Venice at some point. So like obviously I passed through Venice for a couple years. And they'll be like, hey, we want you to come out for how they got me, hey, we want you to come out for a dunk contest. Cool, relatively young in my career. Yeah, cool, I'll come out for a dunk contest. Dunk contest, do whatever. And then from there, you're there. Unless you don't want to be there. But they will, like, from there, because I went on tour with them, multiple dunk competitions. Obviously, the Bell video because that was a dunk competition. But I also wasn't there that long. That's also a thing. You pass by Venice, you might not be there that long. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword.
Okay, so then like it sounds like Venice is like the West Coast version of like Rucker Park or something like that. Gotcha.
This is essentially our Rucker. And I've been to and that's funny because I've been to the Rucker, and I like the Rucker more, which is that fits my play style a lot better. But yeah, Venice is the Rucker, and Venice is like I was gonna say hippie, kinda, but Venice is it's cool. Summer, like it's our summer basketball, just like the Drew League. So it's like Venice Ball, Drew League, Rico Hines runs. It's a staple of West Coast. And I'm trying to like really like Venice. Yeah, like Venice is our only outside kind of thing. Like they have like a Venice Ball draft. And you get picks, and like, bro, if you're like the first pick, you're, like I don't say the guy, but like you get a lot of YouTube, you get a lot of time on social. Even if let's say you don't have social, but you get a lot of time. Like you're number one pick, like you're gonna be the guy. People gonna look out for you when they play. Like it's, genuine. They genuinely love basketball culture. Most of like the street ball stuff.
Yeah. And I've seen now too, like speaking of online, I've seen like online basketball kind of shift more to like this alternative league besides like the NBA and like WNBA that people can kind of like watch and also find another avenue of making money in, like with like TNC or like what's the other one?
Ball's Life has theirs.
Yes, Ball's Life has one, and there's another one. Off the dribble. Off the dribble. I've seen some of these new faces of like athletes that I'm like more interested in watching and keeping up with than like kind of who's in the NBA, just because it feels so much more relatable and to a certain extent of delusion. Like, oh, maybe if I actually try hard enough, like these people are kind of around, but which they're not. They're like. These are like G League level,
No, I wouldn't even. I would make the argument that they are not. Like, yes, you do have a lot of them are like college players, right?
But, I'm mainly talking about like Rob Cologne. He's like the number one, like in my opinion, the number one face of online basketball right now.
Let's really talk about let's really get into the top five, right? Like it's Rob, Nas, Bino. What's his name? The other big dude, which is funny because he actually got signed by the Windy City Bulls. But here's the thing. What's his name? I'll remember it. But Nas, you have to. Then this is how I look at it. Rob has played overseas basketball, genuine overseas basketball. Nas is a D1 hooper. He went to Florida A&M, I believe. Not Florida A&M. I think he went to genuine Florida. He was a Hurricane. So like, you got to be good enough to go to that level. You got to be good enough to go overseas. Bino played in the G League already. The other dude I'm thinking who got signed by Windy City, he is also a G League player. I think AB was a G League. Like, it's like it's one of those things where it's like there's levels to it. Scar, college player, Friga, who really kind of started all of this. We know he went D3. Like it's almost like everybody is college. Dom, I think Dom is college. 'Cause Dom played at Chicago. Like you look at it, and it's like most of these dudes is college and above, right? Of course, they're gonna do what they do. It only gets separated when like levels, weight classes, things like that, which they have weight classes now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like there's levels to this, where it's like if you think you can go out there, you can play some ones. No, no, you can't. Um, like, do I think I could go out there and play some ones? Maybe. I also like I don't care for ones. Yeah, I'm one of those LeBron people. Ones don't mean nothing. Ones is great now though, because it's entertaining, and that's why we watch it. Because it's like this like one on one. People got beefs with each other. Like it not only does it embody street ball, but it's personal. Or you'd be like, nah, I'm rooting for this person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to watch all Rob's games. I want to watch all not like you want to. Might put some money, bet people. Like
Yeah.
it's real.
I'm Team Baldy right now, man. He's my favorite player to watch right now. Team Baldy.
Okay. I don't know. Like I do like Rob. Rob is tough. I like AB though. AB's tough too.
Yeah, but it's like I was gonna ask, like, with all these new, I guess, pop-ups of basketball entertainment and like more official like leagues, because like when they did like the whole season um with Lance and Michael Beasley, I like watched like all of those
All of it,
breakdowns,
yep.
all of it. I was like, man, like this is so cool that they're finding unique players that would otherwise, like 20 years ago, never have like a place to kind of showcase their talents, and would be like discouraged from saying like, well, you're not good enough because these are the only available platforms for basketball that we have to showcase with, like, NBA, G League, or like some type of college ball. But then for this to kind of open up, you just kind of see a whole wider array of talent kind of come through. Do you see yourself participating in that kind of space in any way, shape, or form, or is that even something you would like to do as a commentator?
Nah, if you give me the commentate, yeah, I'll be funny, but I'm gonna say some outrageous things, but it's gonna be a good time. But like playing in it, nah, because I could run the ones. I don't really care. Like I don't care for ones. Like in the space, yes, you just need to be the better player. But like I mean, I do like the NBA. I like five stuff like that. But like I do like both.
Mm-hmm.
But ones is one. Like that's what like it's personal, right? Like now that the space is open, this is for the people. Where it's like I ain't get a chance to make maybe G League, NBA, whatever. This is for those people. This is perfect because they run ones, threes, and fives. So they got everything at all levels. And it's perfect for them because like they get to showcase their capabilities, and maybe they go overseas because I think somebody got picked up to go back overseas. Like it's when you have the film, and it's really like everybody is college or above, so it's genuine competition. Like it's not like, oh, he playing scrubs, you know what I'm saying? Like nah, these are hoopers too. It helps those guys make other opportunities because now they get to jump into the space. They get brand deals. They like there's a lot of money to be made in the space, but all the avenues have not yet been explored. This is brand new. It hadn't really, let's call it after COVID, because think about it, we went from East and West fives to threes with Friga when he's taking the NBA players to ones. And now it's like, is he, Friga, TNC off the dribble, they brought in so many people where it's like, hey, I know, who a Rob is, who a Nas is. And look at Nas is the best example of all of this. He went from Florida guy not doing much runs the ones, does all this stuff to the big three. Like big three got NBA players, and he won rookie of the year. And it don't matter if you're an old NBA player or a young NBA player, you're still an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? It's a spot only 1% of the 1% go.
Right.
You were able to win rookie of the year against NBA players. Like, only up from here.
Yeah, I mean that's facts. And so you mentioned that there's different avenues that you see that haven't been explored. Like, can you talk about some other ways that we can expand the basketball space and even open it up more to get more people, I guess, get their eyes onto these like type of people and individuals.
Basketball fashion. Like nobody. Yes, there's like basketball. Like everybody got the cutoff pants. I got the cutoff pants. Everybody got cutoff pants, stuff like that. But there's no like, I make fashion for basketball players. And everybody Chrome Hearts. So everybody want to wear that stuff. But like, where is the like Chrome Hearts? But like, it's like, I mean, it's dedicated to basketball players. Like, this is what we wear. Like, they go there. Obviously, dunking isn't even fully. It's obviously been expanded, but there's so much more we could be doing. I mean, the shoe brands are super smart because look at like like the Chinese brands 361, Way Away. They reach out to guys like us to wear their shoes, and obviously, it's people wearing it in the league because people eventually was like, "Oh, these are just good shoes," but they reach out to us and we do content for the shoes. They one-on-one scene. They wear shoes. They get deals. So you really gotta explore that and move. You gotta move like you're a company. Like that's how I was trying to move. Like if you move like you're a company, you be like, I'll do this for you, but I want this. That's how you really like explore what you can really do.
Gotcha. Yeah. I haven't really seen a dedicated specific brand of like basketball fashion because it seems like everybody always has like their own thing when it comes to like shoes, but like shorts, clothes, sweatpants, that kind of thing. Like having like a dedicated brand that kind of meets the needs and the style and the trends of these players today. The more we can try to cut Nike out in their sweatshop and having asses, the better we could be off.
But man, we look Kobe's. I'm one of those. I want Kobe's. I want Kobe's. Like, and that's really the only shoe I could say I want. I mean, I got a bunch of them, but like that's the reason. Like, one, Nike gonna have a hold on everybody, right? Because I do think that like Way Away, because I have a bunch of those too. I think they make better shoes. They are the superior shoe. But Kobe's, man, like that is Nike's chokehold. Kobe's. Like, I'm happy they did kind of like old. Goddamn it, I'm old. The Alpha Project. Goddamn. Like they kind of, that's what they're kind of doing. Like you see the GT Futures and stuff like that. It's kind of like a bring back of like the Alpha Projects. They're just trying stuff, which is great because that's what we want from Nike. We want them to try weird things.
Well, that's what you want from Nike.
That's what that is.
What I want is for them to be a little more ethical when it comes to these shoes. God damn it.
I just want some Kobe's.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having Kobe's. Like, I'm very particular when it comes to like shoes, and I still haven't really found like good basketball shoes because I wanted to ask you like the criteria for what makes up a good basketball shoe and versus like what the trays are missing. That you had mentioned you had some Trae Youngs and those are trash. So because like for me, like I have bad ankles now because I rolled my ankle, but also like like finding a good arch and that kind of thing. Like for you as an actual expert, like what makes up a good basketball shoe?
One, I was gonna say never wear the insoles. That's wrong.
That come with the shoe?
I'd always take them out. I never wear the insoles that come with the shoe ever. It's very rare that I like don't take them out. But so how I base my shoes is traction first. I need grip. I literally can live with a bad shoe if it has grip. So it needs to grip the floor. Uh, Achilles support, very important. I like the padded Achilles.
Mm.
Not too much, but a nice padded Achilles, padded tongue. I look for that. How does it like? Is it the KD4 kind of narrow, or is it maybe like a New Balance kind of wide? Because I'm like, New Balance also makes great shoes, by the way. Not sponsored, but they make amazing shoes. Uh, like it depends because like I love Kobe sixes. I own 4 pairs. I feel like that shoe, I need to buy that shoe at an 11 and a half and not an 11. But I love how it fits my foot at an 11. I just love how it feels. But it is, it has traction. It does the thing. Decent, I mean, regular cushion is important. But, so if I had to pick major three, traction, cushion, stability. Stability is last because I have strong ankles. And I'm going, if it has traction, more than likely going to stop. Not too much, because I have done one of those, like this shoe got too much grip and you hit one of those. I've definitely done that. And I was like, damn. But those are like my three. Cushion is very important because I hate Kyrie's. Not the Antis.
Oh,
I tore those up. I don't tear up shoes either. But those jeans, I can't wear them. But I don't like Kyrie's. They have no cushion. No cushion. But you want to move fast. Got the little like Kyrie, and I like the theory of the Kyrie, like the curve and the curved front with the extra rubber. Greatest idea I think Nike's ever come up with. It's perfect. Hit the ground, got the move like it's the perfect shoe, but it has no cushion whatsoever.
Damn. And so for you, based off those criteria, what shoe is like the most ideal that hits some of those requirements?
To not put a Kobe in the list, because I would pick the 6 or the 9. Serious player only. It's a fairly new, maybe around a year and a half Chinese brand. They make great products. Expensive. But it's one of the few companies I would say where it's like this shoe may be $180. It's worth every dollar. Cause it doesn't matter what your foot type is. I feel like it's gonna check every box for every foot type. And those things, I mean, have traction. One of them shoes where I said I did that's that shoe. It got and it's, I mean, LA Fitness dust. Don't even worry about it. Like it's gonna grip to that floor, and it's a great shoe, and that has great cushion. And the cool thing with that company is they like exclusively use drop-ins, and you can buy the interchangeable drop-ins, like by themselves if you really want to. And that's what I'm like. That's what makes that company cool. Way Away would be my next one. They're another company where I'd be like, there's not a bad shoe in their lineup, even their budget shoes. Either like their budget shoes get the same tech as their mainline shoes. So you spend $100, which is great for a budget shoe,
especially today, yeah.
$100, and you could perform pretty much just as well as their main stuff, which is like 160, 180. That's the great thing about them. And then 361, kind of the same deal. Like they're really high tier stuff. Like the Jokic's, I think are only 130, and that's the main shoe. It's not even the low tier team shoe. Like you can get a better product someplace else. I would even say Adidas. Adidas has come very far. Especially, man, they've been on fire the last 5 to 7 years. Mm-hmm. They've been killing it. Ants, Donovan Mitchell's last 2 shoes. They lost Trey, but we don't need him. Harden shoes from the 7 to now, great. Like, you could go someplace else that's not Nike, get a banger shoe.
Right. Right. And do you think like these players are like heavily involved in some like the design concepts for like their shoe, or are they just trying to like sign a check and like, oh yeah, whatever you guys make, just put my name on it? Because I feel like
how much information you want? Because I could tell you about these contracts.
Hey, whatever doesn't get you.
Oh, I don't do nothing for Nike.
Oh, then here you go. Because I've tried on like Giannis's. I'm like, brother, there's no way you wear these. Like,
so obviously you know about the player exclusives, right? They doesn't it's set to their foot, stuff like that. They get it. So we may, let's say, shoe may get a zoom unit, like a 4-foot. Theirs might have a full zoom strobel. So obviously we know about that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So there's 3 different kind of contracts. So first kind of contract is just your standard Nike. You partner with Nike, you get any shoe. And then obviously they get like their exclusives or whatever, right? Then you got your Brunsons and your DeRozans, where it's like they're the representatives of Kobe now. So they get all the PE colors, anything they want, specialty, whatever inside. There's those kind of contracts. And then you got your Bronze, right? Bron is a good example because he's somebody I want to be a part of the creative process every time. Same with Kobe. Ford, everything is him, right? I need this. This is what I want. This is what the people are going to get. But then you got people like, which is messed up speaking about Giannis. Giannis's first shoe, because everybody gets like a regular kind of first shoe, right? Everybody, even Paul George, and I love Paul George's line, but it ended. Everybody get the regular first shoe. Second shoe was like, okay. For me, Giannis's third shoe, best shoe. Like I don't know what it was. I was doing all kinds of dunks in that shoe, but again, take the insole out. Don't want that. But I could it was perfect. Traction. I felt super stable in it. And then it had, the zoom. It was a great shoe. But do you think he really cares about what it looked like? He trying to, right. If you care about what it looked like, then that's when you're like, hey, nah, we need to retool. And then on top of that, there's no guarantee we get the shoe as the consumer, because the D-Book ones, which I do love that shoe. Now that's a good shoe. His shoe has a little outrigger on the side, so he's more stable. Mm-hmm. You know what we got? Nothing. It's still a stable shoe, don't get me wrong, but we don't have that, right? What LeBron was that? It was like the LeBron 15s, like the couple thing. Another shoe where people was talking about stability issue. You know what LeBron got? A giant outrigger on the side. We don't have that. I love how they look. Almost bought them. The LeBron 23s. Mm. Bro, the strobel in the back, if you look at it, you can see the stitching in the back. And I'm like, somebody gonna hit that the wrong way and the whole shoe gonna pop out. Yeah, nah, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Does LeBron have that in his shoe? We don't know. Probably not. 260. But we don't get it. And that's essentially your 3 kind of contracts. Where it's like Giannis, somebody probably don't care. He's obviously LeBron level, got a signature. But he probably don't care about the design. LeBron, somebody who does. Kobe is somebody who does. Maybe I'd even argue Ja maybe cares because of the threes, as you see how popular them threes are. And it's just a good shoe in general. But you gotta care to design it. Yeah, and it don't even matter whether it don't matter what they get, right? They get different stuff.
Hey, that's fair. Because I had some dames before, and those things would make my feet bleed. They were bad. And I don't know if it's because the spacing or they just weren't snug, but my foot would always just slide inside of those. Those are bad. And so I always get so hesitant trying to buy new shoes because I'm not familiar with some of these requirements that I should be looking out for. Because for me, it's I need space, but I need my foot to be like secure within the shoe, and then I do like ankle support as well, and then traction is always like the biggest thing. Because right now I have like, I think I have some of like the lamellos, no traction, absolutely zero traction. Like, how do you even know that a shoe has traction before buying it? Because I had to buy these ones online because most stores don't carry like size 15s. That's what I wear.
Good Lord. Uh, One, like I know people, you never do like the squeak test. You'd be like squeaking. Yeah, that don't matter. Not one bit, bro.
It's a myth.
Yes, because you know what shoes have a lot of traction and don't squeak not one bit? Curry's. Flow is amazing. If you want traction, just pure traction. Flow is amazing. You never, again, that's the shoe where my knee buckled because I had too much grip. A great shoe. And I mean, you see Curry, you got to wear them bolts before you, I mean, not with Under Armour.
Mm-hmm.
But like, Flow is great. Way away, they use traditional rubber and something called, I was going to be wrong, somebody will fix it, GCU or whatever. And it's like in between rubber and kind of what Flow is. Great traction. Half of your shoe don't squeak, but great traction. Like it, compound. I go in all the signs because I'm really about these shoes, different rubber compounds, things like that. Adidas, I would say right now, probably has overall multiple shoes probably has the best traction. You know what? I would Wade. I'd either go Wade or 361. I got the best. Like just overall, but I have more shoes with it. Then I go Adidas, and Nike is hit or miss.
Gotcha. Yeah. The only reason I give Nike such a hard time is that, besides the sweatshops and the suspicious way these shoes get mass produced, there was like this one runner that was, I believe she was from Peru or some part of like Mexico, like Latin origin, and she ran a marathon like in like traditional like sandals, and she like won. Won like this crazy marathon race, and so the Nike reached out to her about like you never heard the story. So Nike reached out to like this marathon runner. I can look her up right now, and basically they offered her a shoe contract, like, oh, let's make you like a running shoe, and she turned them down because she said that, like, why would I want a shoe with you guys? Everybody who wore your shoes was behind me. Mm-mm. Like, that's what she was like quoted like saying. So then she's just ran every single race like in her traditional sandals. Latina Mary.
See, I like her already. She was like, everybody with Nike behind me anyway. Yeah, I like her.
Runner sandals. Yeah, Mexican marathon runner known as, okay, what's her name? Is this her? Yeah, this is her. Okay, what's her name? Oh yeah, Maria Lorena Ramirez. She wins 31-mile ultra marathon wearing just sandals. Yeah, and so she turned down Nike because she's like, why? These are good enough. Everybody who wore those shoes was behind me. I was like, damn. That's cold-blooded. But yeah. So okay, so you said, because you're how old now, Anthony? 27?
27.
You got 3 more years left.
Two.
Really two. You're right. It's 2026, brand new year. 2 more years left. You're just gonna disappear from dunking. Are you gonna disappear from like just like LA runs entirely, or just the dunking?
Just the dunking.
World?
If you ask me to show up, I'll show up. It depends what it is. But I'm like, nah. Just pretend like I don't exist. Well, that's not gonna happen because people still be finding a video. But try to pretend like I don't exist. Like I'm a regular, normal, boring person. Mm. Live the regular life. It's probably not gonna happen, but I can try.
Gotcha. And so this next chapter, can you describe what you envision yourself for like 30 and up? What you imagine yourself doing?
Maybe married. Probably still coaching. That's really it. I'll still be hooping at the gym, but I don't. Somebody yell dunk it, I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna lay it up.
Nah.
Yup.
Got you. And you said married. Like, are you talking to somebody right now? Or are you?
I've been with my girlfriend 3 years.
3 years. All right. Congratulations. Did she? Like, how did you guys meet? And like, did basketball ever kind of get in the way of, developing a relationship, or is she like kind of already doing her own thing?
We met here because it ain't nothing to do here, except use these apps to make it funny, because we do have funny stories. We matched on 3 different dating apps in the same week. Yeah, in the same week. So of course it was one of those like, all right, I probably should talk to this person. Obviously went on a date. Obviously been together 3 years.
That wasn't suspicious to either of you that this person's kind of moving a little crazy? They're on 3 different.
Because it was like, again, there's nothing to do here but doing the apps, right? We didn't notice like at all. We didn't realize we had matched on 3 different apps, because we were talking on one app, and then we went back, and then when it was like, she told me, she was like, we matched on 2 other apps. And I was like, we did? She was like, yeah, we matched here and here. I was like, that's crazy. But no, the funniest thing I could say that happened, because I was like, you're dating, so you're like, I'm trying to tell her what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. She didn't believe a word I said at all. She was like, to be honest, I thought you were lying. I was like, really? She was like, yes. Like, the first thing you told me was, oh yeah, I was just in a movie. Like, who believes that? I was like, I do, but she was like, yeah, I'm not you. And so she like, I know her mom and her dad, stuff like that. And she was like, they didn't believe me either. And then like, she was like, I showed them videos, and they were like, yeah, now that I just like, if you said you rode a donkey to the west, I believe it. And I was like, I just believe anything you say now.
There you go. Okay. And so she was really like accepting and open about like what the stuff you have to do with your career, and having to like drive to all these different places and be gone back and forth. Because you said even to me today, like you were like back and forth from LA.
Back and forth a lot.
Like that doesn't put a strain or any like issues on your relationship?
No, because it was perfect, because I met her when I slowed down. So it was perfect, because I was like, I'm not really going anyplace. I ain't gotta spend my time nowhere. Kind of just be here. Which was, again, for me, is like, I want a slow life, be cool, and I don't miss traveling and having to do. Obviously, traveling is, I still travel anyway, so it didn't stop that. But like, I don't miss, hey, get on this flight, catch this red eye, get off the plane, go dunk. Not hey, take it. No, go dunk. Keep your stuff here, then we'll go to a hotel later. I don't miss that, and then you got to do it back to back, and you're not home. I don't miss all of that, but like, because she's home, be chilling. It's cool, because like I said, I don't go nowhere.
Well, do you have any upcoming things that you want to like promote, or anything else you want to say to the people about anything you got going on?
Potential creator game, March 12th in Pasadena. April 12th. April 12th in Pasadena. Doors open at 2:30. Game starts at 3:30. Maybe playing some professional level basketball next year. We'll see how it goes. That's really it. Bounce Academy. You want some bounce. Bounce Academy. We take weekly calls. You're able to contact any coaches. Get your bounce up.
There you go. You guys think you can help my bounce out? 5'11", 225. I got bad ankle. I got bad knees.
Hey, get to rehab. It's in the program.
It's possible. You guys think it's possible for me?
Hey, there's a dude. He's like, I think, 49. Hey, he could throw it off the backboard to himself.
Damn. Okay.
Anything is possible.
Okay, because I hit 30 and I thought, man, I really was close at 27 and I let it go. I stopped pursuing it.
We train to do now in his 30s.
Damn. Man. Okay. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, you might just see me sign for this program and get active. I know he's gonna be done at 30, but I haven't given up hope yet.
Be done. He could take my place.
I don't think that's gonna happen. That's probably not gonna happen. But I'll be happy with an in-game dunk. Actually, no. I'll be happy with just offside dunks. I don't know how to get one in game. Like, who cares?
I'll give up my spot right now.
Damn. That's funny. Anthony, it's been so great having you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for coming to my bathroom.
Welcome to the bathroom, everybody.
I just lit my auntie for her birthday. I just lit my cousin for nothing. Yeah. I might let my brother for Christmas. Yeah. Man, it feel good to be giving. Good. Man, it feel good to be Christian. Good. When my day start, gotta thank God or I wouldn't be living. Touch J, I be living. And that goes for any J. J Reed, J Marie, Jason Lee, or any J, that's a Dilin. Try to paint me a villain, that's a lie, I said it. I got the cream, no, I got the cheese, no, I got the cream cheese cause I spread it. I ain't trying to be next up, I'm just trying to stack my bread up. Show you how to get your check up, yes sir. I was 24 with like 7 streams of income. That's 24/7 round the clock. You should get one. Reaching out my hands, yeah, the kids just trying to touch some hearts with the money. You got bread, I got them some. Why you looking at me like you see you some? Can a black man ball? Shut it down and come on. Why you looking at me like you see you some? Can a black man spin? Put it down for his kid. Yeah. Let's go hit the Bahamas with my friends and the mama. I won't miss none of the drama. Cause I ain't in the mood. I'ma take us a cruise, spend some paper on you, yeah. Let's go hit the Bahamas with my family, little mama. I won't miss none of the drama, no. Cause I ain't in the mood. I'ma take us a cruise, spend some paper on you. Touch your neighbor, ask him what you need. I just bought a house, tryna do a deed. I'm buying groceries, get like 2 or 3. Help you cross the street, get back on your feet. It's to you from me. Don't think twice about it. It's to you for me. I'm trying to cash out. It's a cold situation at the lighthouse. That's why my house more wavy than your man's house. I used to blur tweets for some handouts. Now like worksheets, I'm giving handouts. And that's church service, lip service, room service, and with loose lips, sink ships, they do service. Look, I'm just living for today. Look, think about it. Look, I should give it all away. Look, hit my wallet. Look, if I ever pass away, look, sing about me. Look, I'm so stable, got you shook. Look, excuse me, pardon me. Why you looking at me like you seen you some? Can a black man ball? Shut it down at the mall. Shut it down. Why you looking at me like you seen you some? Can a black man spin?